inspire, empower. Grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in you, 'cause real women don't bitch. No, real women don't. 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 Real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, August Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Hey, ladies, all right, what's good? You all know that some of these conversations are going to be really, really sensitive, and because I'm really big on relationships this year, well, I'm always big on it, but I've already told you all how I'm going to be speaking to it a lot. There's some things that I'm going to say that are going to tick a couple people off, and it's because it's going to be very convicting. It's going to make you really look at what's been your motivation, what strategies have you taken in your relationships, because relationships are key to the success or the lack thereof in your business. And sometimes you're not going to see it right away, but there's a relationship that you probably have right now that 2 to 3 years down the line, maybe even 5 to 10 years down the line, is going to make or break your business success. And a lot of you really just don't get this. And so I'm going to be talking about this throughout the year, and you're going to get it right. And if you don't, excuse me, I'm not even editing that shit. Your relationships are going to struggle, which means your business is going to struggle. And so I want to talk to you all about supporting somebody else from the beginning. Okay. Now, there are several people that are in my camp right now. I have a very beautiful tribe, a very solid tribe of women that even I am in awe of their support. I'm like, if you've just been that person where you've been the black sheep in your family, you've always been the one that's been misunderstood. It seems like there's always been fallout from relationships. When you got some for real ride or dies and they like, how about we just do the ride and not the dying part? It's kind of like an OMG moment. And it's like, am I kind of like Olivia Pope, or are they going to follow me off a cliff? And it feels like that, and it looks like that, but I have a very substantial amount of support. But let me tell you something about why, even though I'm in awe, there is a certain part of me that still gets it. There's humility in it, but at the same time, it's kind of like, okay, but take credit for the fact that you fostered this relationship. You know, one of the things about me, I've said this before, I kind of feel like I'm a talent scout as a business coach, because no matter what someone's saying or doing, there's some people that other individuals kind of look at like, oh my God, they're so tacky, or they need to get their shit together, or they're okay, but they could do better, and so on and so forth. But listen to me. You got to learn how to see people in their future. And what I've done a lot of times is I've listened to someone and I've listened to their passion. It didn't make a difference how rough or, ragged it was, but I would be like, I can see them. And whether that was from a coaching perspective, whether that's me just being a good friend, whether that's me choosing to collaborate with them on something where I know they need to sharpen up some things, but I get and I see the vision. That is the kind of person that I am. Now, don't get me wrong. I got my standards, and there's some beginners that I'm like, they need to get their shit together. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you've got somebody in front of you and you can see their sheer genius. You need to go ahead and connect with them and support them from the beginning. That is what a lot of you all don't realize that you're missing. And many of you want a tribe that will, follow you over a cliff and will be there. And you just want people to like and love and click everything you do. And it's not even about that. Some of my best supporters, they're not necessarily always around in the different forms on social media. But you know what? They're running their own business. They've got clients that they have to serve. They got to kind of stick and move every once in a while. They can do a little bit more here and there. But when I need them, they're there. And you want to know something? When they need me, I'm there. There's this mutual respect between us that it's like, look, if I'm not talking to you every day or you don't always see me in a certain way, hey, we're working. But if I need to stop the press in order to be there for you, to support you, then I got your back. If it means I'm going to get a little less sleep, if we got to talk a little bit longer, if I got to drive across town, if I got to travel somewhere, it doesn't matter. And so a lot of you are so busy trying to connect to these big people. You're trying to connect to these big folks, and you don't understand that you're never going to be anything to them other than a potential client, someone who can, buy their stuff, be a part of their tribe, and maybe they'll comment back to you, but they're not necessarily trying to have you in their inner circle. More than likely, they're not. I'm going to talk about it a little bit more later, but they've already built their own platform and they've been through some shit. And so the people that were there during the hard times, the lean times, the times of doubt and discouragement, those are the ones who are sharing the wealth, sharing the love, growing and developing with each other. And so a lot of you, what you don't realize is that in this season, in your life, in your business, you need to be doing things and cultivating relationships so that you and your group of people can grow together. Do you hear me? So that you and your people can grow together. Because there are always empires phasing in and phasing out and phasing in. There are always, the new people to come up. I remember back in the day, if you said Janet Jackson's name, it was like, I got to get her album. Now, mind you, she's still a star. She still makes music. She is still beautiful. She is still a genius. But I remember the rise of Beyonce. And a lot of us, we were like, Janet always gonna be the best. And she is an icon. She is. She's got the time. She's got the decade. She's got the record. She was doing things in music that if she came out during this era, oh man, well not right now because the music industry kind of sucks with sales. But right before they started getting into this hardcore digital era, but if she had came out when it was easier to use social media for people to know who you are and stuff, Lord, only God knows what her stats and stuff would actually look like. So what are you doing with the relationships that you have? And how are you making sure that you're connecting with other business leaders, other entrepreneurs, and they may not even be in the same field as you? The point is that you all are entrepreneurs and something's going to come up one day and a speaker is going to be needed somewhere. A collaborator is going to be needed for a book. Clients are going to need to be funneled somewhere else because of the overflow. And the list goes on and on. You've got to support her from the beginning. Okay? And then that's how you also get your support from the beginning. There's a scripture that says, don't despise humble beginnings. And many of you are thinking that the way you're going to make your mark is by connecting to someone that's big, when you need to start making a big ass ruckus with some other sisters that are right there in that same vicinity of where you are in your business right now. Be a visionary. Have foresight. That's going to be the key to your business standing the test of time. And you know what? I know exactly where you can do that. You can do that at www.aclive.co, aclive.co, where myself and other sisters in business, we are talking about what matters to us. We're creating relationships and we're building community outside of all of the distractions and the ads and the algorithm from, many of these social media platforms. It's serious, a place where we go and we connect and we're building relationships. Get in now and start cultivating it, because you never know who you're connecting with and who your boss moguls are going to be in the future. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. All right. Bye.
Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in